Hey, Shalom Markings of Kal Makapash from Jim London, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Chakodash. I want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the hopeful expression of truth and all sincerity. Right? We've got this video clip here from RT. Shows a flock of birds falling from the sky, right? And all these things, things like this that happen, because this is not the first time. Okay, it won't be the last time either. Where flocks or groups of animals are just found dead in an instant. Whether they fall from the sky, whether they wash up on the shore, masses, and in abnormal amounts. Right, the world should take heed of what it is they're observing, man, because these are not normal events that take place. And it's things like this that they see, and it's shocking, but they don't think too much about it. They don't understand or think about the Heavenly Father and the Most High have done that, right? These are bad signs, are bad omens against this world, man, against this kingdom. All right, these are these are all omens, man, bad signs. Okay, and the Most High is making these things seen, right? But obviously, these people do not consider what these things mean. All right, I'm gonna play the clip, and I'm just gonna grab some scriptures, man, because a lot of it's not gonna be a long video, but these are likened unto the plagues of Egypt, man. The Lord is constantly smiting this kingdom with plagues, right? And some of those plagues were concerning, destroying animals and stuff like that, right? And like I said, the Most High is smiting this place. Okay, but you people don't want to take heed, man. But the Lord's been doing this. All right, but without further ado, I'm gonna play the clip. Mad, right? It just dropped out of the sky, and the Most High was dating that to happen. That it was caught by this camera. As a strange event, or just something strange, mystery, right? That's what the thing the caption said, right? It's a mystery, out there in Mexico, right? Nah, it's not no mystery, It's lucky, man. Yeah, it's like I was saying, this is an act of the Most High, man. Okay, this isn't just mere coincidence or some freaky event. No, it's the Lord showing you signs, man. Right, just like he showed unto Egypt, right? So I'm just gonna grab some scriptures, pursuing to a few of these things, right? I said, Lord, I'm not gonna make this too long. So it's from Exodus chapter 7. We'll be jumping around a little bit. Verse 1 said, and the Lord said unto Moses, see, I have made thee a god to Pharaoh, and Aaron thy brother shall be thy prophet, right? And just like now today, the Most High got his prophets out here, okay, prophesying against his kingdom, okay, prophesying against Egypt, prophesying against Babylon, right? Which this place represents our captivity, right? That's why this this kingdom under the rulership of Esau is known as Babylon. It's known as Egypt, Sodom and Gomorrah. It's known as many things, man, right? But Egypt, pertaining to our captivity, right? Because we saw great captivity in the land of Egypt, right? And we have done so again in in this kingdom today, okay, beginning in the Americas, right? So verse 2 says, thou shalt speak all that I command thee, and Aaron thy brother shall speak unto Pharaoh, that he send the children of Israel out of his land. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart and multiply my signs and my wonders in the land of Egypt. Right, this is what the Most High said he was going to do. He was going to multiply his signs and his wonders, but he was going to harden Pharaoh's heart. Now, the Most High is hardening all you people's hearts, man, because you don't really want to accept that, these things that occur on the earth, these, disasters or these freak incidences or, whether chariots, whatever it is, man, you don't want to attribute these things to the Heavenly Father and these signs that he's showing, right? You want to remain ignorant, But these are the signs, powers of the Most High, okay, of Yahweh. It says verse 4, but Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that I may lay my hand upon Egypt. All right, and that's only why. He don't want you to recognize the signs. He don't want you to accept that these are acts of the Heavenly Father, because he wants to jack you up, man. You know, you're just furthering the affliction. Right? It says, that I may lay my hand upon Egypt and bring forth my armies and my people, the children of Israel, out of the land of Egypt by great judgments. Right? And this place, beginning of America, is going to receive great judgment, man. America is going to be destroyed by a thermonuclear fire. Right? That's what's going to happen to the land of Egypt. America, right? On me. I want to jump down to verse 17 here. It says, thus saith the Lord, in this thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Behold, I will smite with the rod that is in my hand upon the waters which are in the river, and they shall be turned to blood. Right? And we've had instances where, bodies of water have been turned red, and he still wanted, explain it away like, oh yeah, that's the algae in the water and all this kind of business. Whatever the reason may be, the fact that it was caused to happen, it was made to happen, which is not normal. It's out of the norm. It's not normal for the waters to turn red, right? Whatever the method behind the reason why it did it, ultimately the Most High caused it to happen. All right, but you want to take the Most High out of the equation, man, because you don't want people thinking, that way. All right. So, and the fish that is in the river shall die, and the river shall stink, and the Egyptians shall loathe to drink of the water of the river. Right. So now this makes me think about all the fishes and the things that have been washing up on shore dead in their hundreds, man, thousands, just randomly washed up on the shore. But it's not random. Okay, the Most High caused these things to happen. Whatever the method may have been, the Most High caused it to happen, to show to the world, man. To warn you. But you don't take heed of the warnings. The prophets out here warning you, you don't take heed to the warnings. You're being told what's going on, but you don't want to take heed to them. And that is why ultimately the majority of people are going to be destroyed and put in slavery. So, a thing of a flock of birds falling out of the sky, it's not out of the realms, man, because the Most High has been doing all these things all the time. He's doing it all the way back here in Egypt. Right? So when you witness these things, man, you should be thinking about these types, thinking about these scriptures, man. Think about what the Lord has done in the past. And know that these are signs of the Heavenly Father, man. All right? Okay, so look at the next one. It's Exodus chapter 9, verse 3. It says, behold, the hand of the Lord is upon thy cattle, which is in the field, upon the horses, upon the asses, upon the camels, upon the oxen, upon the sheep. There shall be a very grievous murrain. And the Lord shall sever between the cattle of Israel and the cattle of Egypt, and there shall nothing die of all that is in the children of Israel's. All right. So the Most High made the cattle to die. Right. So beasts, the beasts of the Egyptians, they were dying off, man. Okay, but the beasts of Israel, they've been kept alive, right? So you got stuff like that going on now. Or the fact that during this whole CV situation, man, they have to kill off a bunch of livestock, man. Whatever the method is, the Most High is getting rid of cattle or flocks, causing to cause a great famine, which is going to happen, right? And you're seeing signs of that taking place. It's all a network of things that are happening to make this famine come to pass, man. All these things linking up together, man, causing your food supply to fall short, your storehouses, your supermarkets to have empty shelves, pushing up the prices, Okay, it's all coming to this one moment, or to the day of the Lord. Right? The same things are happening as the things that are happening back in Egypt, man. It's the Most High at work, you know. So the Lord appointed a set time, saying tomorrow, the Lord shall do this thing in the land. And the Lord did that thing on the morrow, and all the cattle of Egypt died, but of the cattle of the children of Israel died not one. All right, and you can kind of take this in a sense for the elect, man. Even though food is going to be short for all you people right here, man, the Lord is going to feed his elect, the children of Israel, the Lord's elect. Okay, they're going to be sustained while everybody's catching hell, getting jacked up, can't eat, doing all kind of craziness to eat, resorting to cannibalism and all kinds of things, man. We ain't going to be resorting to that. The men of the Lord are not going to need to resort to that. All right? Yahweh Shai is going to sustain us, man. All right? So I'm just picking, a couple of scriptures. You should read through the whole thing, from chapter 7, and you get all the plagues that the Lord sent upon Egypt. Because, like I said, the Lord is sending these plagues, against Egypt, modern day Egypt today. But I just want to, touch on a couple of points. Like I said, I didn't want to make this too long. But this is from Matthew chapter 10. This is verse 29. It says, "Are not 2 sparrows sold for a farthing, and one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father? The Most High ordains the death of all things." Right? Events that take place, the Most High ordains them all. Great disasters, great calamities, the Lord ordains them. So the fact that those birds just fell out of the sky out of nowhere, the Most High ordained that to happen. And these birds just dropped dead. Right? The Most High is in control of that. Right? Are not 2 sparrows sold for a farthing, and one of them shall not fall on the ground without your Father's consent, without his will. All right? So they're saying when anything dropped dead, anything happened, the Most High was behind it. He ordained it to happen. Right? And that's why you should pay attention and take notice when events like this occur. And not just shrug it off like it was just some kind of randomness. Or some unexplained randomness. No, it should always be able to be explained. Right? But it doesn't bode well. The explanation, it doesn't bode well for people, man. Because this place is only wicked. And the Lord has got a great judgment against this kingdom. All right? That's why all this, kind of crazy stuff happens. In 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 11 says, "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before." Bring who with a mighty hand? The children of Israel, beginning with the Lord's elect. Okay, out of this modern captivity, this modern Egypt. No, from the daughter of Babylon, America, and throughout the 4 corners, right? It says, and smite Egypt with plagues as before. Okay, so this place is getting smited with plagues and pestilences and all kinds of things, man. Destructions. Right? One of them, it mentioned, one of the 10 plagues was the lice. And I remember some years ago, America was having some sort of bed bug problem or something like that. It's all these things that, Most High is making and causing to happen. And that's just some of the stuff that we hear about. There's other stuff going on what we don't hear about. The Lord is jacking this place up, man. Locusts and, eating crops, finishing crops off, man. Man can't get the crops out because they're gone, The locusts eat them all up. Everything's just adding to the day of the Lord. Everything's going to accumulate to this great and terrible day. Or this great and terrible time that we're coming into, man. Pursuing to Daniel chapter 12. So I'll bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and I will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundations of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. All right. We're going to end it up with this. Where we at? Okay. Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 1 says, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest parts of the sign pass. Okay, and this is speaking about the prophecies, right? Because the prophecies are written here for us to be able to tell the time, right? To be able to know where we are in the scheme of things, how long, not in a an accurate sense of how many days is left or how many hours, not in that sense, but just to have a general idea where we are in prophecy, man. Because the end is nigh, right? And when thou seest parts of the sign pass, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it's the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. All right, so that's it, man. That's what you need to know. That's what you need to keep an eye on these things, man. Anyway, with that, I'm saying shalom. Catch you all. See you on the next one. Shalom.